Hi everybody, it's Dara, and it's Saturday, Saturn Day, and sorry, too bright. I am wearing black to honor the planet Saturn that rules the day of Saturday. Saturn Day makes sense, right? If you follow me on Instagram, you can see my highlights, the days of the week, and the different things that I wear. It's nice to be aligned with the planet of the day. Let's see if I can find the comments. I can. Okay, so we're going old school. The other day, I was really lucky to have, hi Sweden, hi Sarah. So I was really lucky to have my Cabela dehydrator. Remember when I was a private chef for like a year where I made raw food every day for like 7 days a week, and one of the staples and one of the reasons that I had my job was the buckwheat granola. And I made many different variations, but anytime I made it, it was just such a hit, served with almond milk, oat milk, and it's so easy to do. So I want to tell you what I did with this buckwheat. So basically I put it in a big glass bowl, or you can put it in something with a strainer, and I soaked it overnight. And then, because this has a strainer, this is available. Hey Liz, Miss Integrity here. Because this has a strainer, it made it really easy for me to rinse it the next day and get all of, it gets kind of like, I don't want to say slimy or mucilaginous, but you have to rinse it until the water runs clear. And then I would rinse it a couple days and they grew like, look how beautiful. So it's live. And if I cooked it, it wouldn't be live anymore. It wouldn't be live food. So I love to mix it up with some maple syrup or coconut sugar. Today I'm going to use maple syrup because I ordered maple syrup. And I could go vanilla blueberry, I could go apple cinnamon, persimmon, but I feel like I want to use these blueberries that I ordered from Sun Organic Farm. And I buy things in bulk from them. And so it's either going to be, we can vote, it's going to be blueberry vanilla, or ideally I'd have apples. And I do have some apples in the refrigerator that are on their way out. So I could chop up apples and make it apple cinnamon and persimmon. I got these from Sun Organic Farm as well. So these, I just take a scissor and cut them up in tiny pieces. So what are you guys feeling? The maple syrup goes really nice with the cinnamon, persimmon, and apples. And the blueberry and vanilla, maybe I'd use some coconut sugar and maybe some chopped up pieces of dates. So you would love to be a private vegan chef, a raw vegan chef. It was really an enormous amount of work. And so it's part education when you're working for someone and with someone, and part just a whole lot of love, because it is a labor of love. So now, let's see, I have this big bowl from my past days, and yeah, blueberries and vanilla, that's what I was feeling. So I might just put some maple syrup at the bottom of the bowl. Let's get a little organized and I'll show you what I'm up to here. So all dehydrators should have, you work with you put it on a Teflex sheet. So I took out my Teflex sheet from the dehydrator, and I took out a couple of trays so that when I'm spreading out the granola, it goes on here. And then you turn on the dehydrator, and I forget exactly how long it takes, but I'll probably leave it in for 6 hours, look at it, maybe flip it over. And I don't like it to be over dehydrated. And one of the beautiful things about making dehydrated food at home is that you're not putting it in a package to sell. So you can still have some moisture to your food. If you wanted it to last a long time on a shelf, then you don't want moisture left in it, because then mold could happen. So that's why when you buy dehydrated food, it's just so dehydrated. It's almost like too dehydrated. So I love a little bit of life and moisture left to it. So that's why I really, really prefer to make it at home. If you don't have, you can buy, I love Go Raw. It's a beautiful company. I've been ordering it from them for years and buying their products for years. I have always, every day I have their Go Raw sunflower seeds or pumpkin seeds because they sprout for you. So you can buy their granola and then mix in your goodies that you want. So let's do a little maple syrup. Kind of makes it a little sticky moist. Or we could do coconut sugar. I think coconut sugar might work better. Let's see what happens and how moist. I buy my coconut sugar in bulk and then I repackage. So what everything, you guys, is amazing is that yesterday I decided, since we're in this like stay-at-home situation, and I was ordering like cans of things, which I never did, or like bulk different items like the persimmon, and as they were delivered, I just kind of like shoved them in different places, and I realized that the kitchen isn't set up for this particular current situation. And we have to stay current, and we have to do, as my mom always said, is make our homes work for us. So the things that aren't being used regularly don't need to be in the places where you need the things. Let's see, I like to smell it. Make sure everything smells fresh. And I really think I would like to rinse it again. So, because the bottom ones need to be rinsed. That's what I feel. So ideally, I think I used to do the buckwheat cereal in nut milk bags. So I would just dip the nut milk bag into the water, rinse it around, and then I'd hang it on that bar. That's what that bar is for. So does anybody have any questions? Hi. You've never tried kachi. You can make this in your oven if you don't have a dehydrator. So the temperature is anywhere from like 118 to 130 to consider that it's still raw. And you can leave the oven cracked open a little bit and check the temperature stays below that, and then it's still raw. If you need to cook it a little bit, that's fine too. I don't think you need to bother sprouting the buckwheat if you are going to in fact cook it above 100 and I'd say 25 degrees. So now we can get my strainer. This is just another old school style unprepared video. Okay, so put this here. We're going to pour it in. And then do it again. Let it run. So are you guys making food at home? Are you making a lot of food? Are you ordering food? What are you eating? What are you doing? And what do you feel like you need more of, like more inspiration for? Because I'm happy to do any videos. I've been making barley, which is really unusual for me. I ordered this massive bag of organic barley, and I made a meal for Herbie, and he's like, I feel like a coal miner. This was so heartwarming and so filling. Yeah. Fresh and good to go. It just needed an extra rinse from this morning. So peace and love. I just show up really because I know that it's nice to have some positivity and some inspiration and reminder that being in the kitchen is one of the best things we can do for ourselves. Feed ourselves love, feed ourselves like inspiration and creativity. I thought I was gonna make persimmon cinnamon, and then all of a sudden I was like, no, blueberries. And so I highly recommend getting dried fruit because maybe you're not going to the market a lot and you run out of fresh fruit. I also have dehydrated spinach and colored green powder, and just in case that I didn't get fresh stuff, I'd have it in its dried form. So, let's see. I'm gonna give it one more rinse. Yeah, I have no idea exactly. You can make any dehydrated food in the oven. We're having blueberries and vanilla, raw granola, and these are a little sweetened, so they're like delicious. They're like candy. So if you were making a trail mix of, let's say, Go raw sunflower seeds, I highly recommend. These are salad toppers. You could do in a bowl some blueberries, some raw vegan chips, some sunflower seeds, some walnuts, and you have a beautiful little healthy, exciting snack. I have a snack box for when we watch movies. Okay. Smell it? Lovely, perfect. We want to let it drain a little bit. Nice to see you, Seagull. We're having a live. I have to go in a little bit, but I just wanted to show up because I promised I'd be showing up regularly. Thank you for the thumbs up. That's so nice. All right, my loves. We have our big bowl of sprouted buckwheat. It was really easy to do, and they really have some nice long tails. So this is really alive and living. Do you see them? They're like little babies when I sprout. It feels like little babies. So we're making blueberry vanilla. So now I'm gonna put some coconut sugar in because I had put it in, but I had to rinse it off. I'm gonna use some of the maple syrup because why not? I've been making the most gorgeous almond, cashew milk. There was a recipe from the Esalen Institute that my daughter's father, my ex-husband, was like, can you make this? I was like, yes, I can. So I've been making him an almond cashew milk with sage in it and cinnamon and maple syrup and a pinch of salt, and it's gorgeous. We are going to add a pinch of salt. So I am not measuring because I'm just gonna taste it as I go. And we're gonna add the blueberries in. This recipe, if you properly dry it, I mean, this will last a month in the refrigerator. Easy, easy, easy. Beautiful. Okay. The maple syrup, you don't want to add too much because it'll make the thing sticky, the Teflon sheets, which is a little bit annoying, but it's not terribly, it's fine. Let's add our blueberries. And because they're sweet, we don't need to add too much sugar. You could put walnuts, sunflower seeds. I could put some Go raw sunflower seeds in here. I think I'll do that. Why not? I'm gonna put, they have sea salt and cracked pepper, this one. Let me see if I have a different, which would be great. I mean, there's nothing wrong with black pepper to mix it up. Yeah, why not? Let's put it in. Can I get some? Easter Sunday. So today's Easter Sunday. I'm so not aware of the date and the time. So this is gonna suffice for our salt, right? Like it's salty and a little pepper, it's gonna be so nice. And then all you have to do to see if you like it is to taste it and see what it needs. Maybe it needs a little salt. It's so good. I could also cut up some persimmon in it. If you were here, I would serve you some. Okay, sorry guys, I'm so not prepared. I'm on the fly, but it's really important to show up. That's the most important thing. Don't wait for perfection, because perfection A never comes, and B can be super boring. So perfection can be, my mom used to say, machines make perfection, Dara. Humans make mistakes, and that's what's so lovely. Okay. Oh, it's so pretty. So live. I think it's perfect. I don't really want it too sweet. You can always add sweetener after you, when you serve it. You can drizzle some date syrup or put some coconut sugar in. So good. What else do I want? Oh, the vanilla. So I'm gonna use a little bit of liquid vanilla. A lot of people don't have ground vanilla. I do, but it's over there. I'm trying not to walk away from the camera so much. Okay, then we get to spread it out on the sheet, on the Teflon sheet. And we're good to go. One more little taste. Oh yeah, the vanilla just, wow. So lovely. I can't say enough nice things about it. Yeah, ground vanilla is not happening anymore. It's like gold now, or platinum. So use the liquid as long as it's organic. And what I have to say again about soaking this buckwheat. So on my website, I have these beautiful, these are plastic. So when I soak overnight, I soak in a glass, like a big glass Pyrex bowl. But then when I'm doing the rinsing and draining thing for a day or two, I don't mind doing it in here. You can also do it in a bowl, just like I did, and a strainer, bowl, strainer, bowl, strainer. The biggest, most important thing is that you soak the buckwheat overnight, and then you rinse it and rinse it and rinse it until it's clear and not mucilaginous, till the water is running clear. That's the biggest thing. So you don't have to let the tails get as big as I did. They're so cute. It doesn't have to be that far into its budding life, but I think it makes it even more special. So, and the other option is Go Raw. You can buy at Go Raw buckwheat granola because they've already sprouted and dehydrated. And you can soak it before you eat it. Like, you can put your almond milk and let it get soft. So, on goes the granola. You can't see. I'm a wizard in the kitchen. I love to have fun in the kitchen. Like, I don't like serious recipes. I like to get an idea from a recipe, but I don't really like it to be all too serious. So it's gonna go like this. And then you just spread it out, right? And you have a gorgeous granola. If you wanted it more colorful, you could add persimmon. Or you could do, the next one is going to be with apple and cinnamon and persimmon, and we'll do that next. And maybe I'll film it from the beginning so you can see how I treat the buckwheat. It's so satisfying because you're really making such life-giving food. Sprouts are such an inexpensive way to get chlorophyll and protein. I'm going to be doing some radish sprouts. I've been doing mung bean. Isn't this fun? Turmeric would be so nice in the apple cinnamon one, or even in this one. And you can get creative. You could add lots of different little things. But imagine bringing a bowl of this to Herbie. He's been getting fun homemade meals. I feel for him because my mom used to make she would make sure he ate so well, and she was such a good cook in the kitchen that I just feel like, he has people taking care and making him food, but it's never like our food from growing up, So it's like such a heartwarming thing to do, to make food for someone else in this time. And even just for yourself, really. And this is gonna last a long time in a glass container in the fridge. If you dehydrate it fully, you can leave it out on cabinet, but I'm not going to. And dum-da-da, Whole Foods had like the most massive kale. And if you make it too thick, it doesn't dehydrate as fast, so you want to like spread it out. So, my lovies, isn't this fun? So basically that's it, and I'm going to put it in the dehydrator a little hotter than I would. I heat up the dehydrator, I kick it up to higher than 130 to get it going, and then I can turn it down. So big hugs, everybody. I hope this inspires you to be in the kitchen doing something sprouty. Go sprout something, get your greens on, get your buckwheat granola on, and I'll see you guys super soon.